We're going to do a couple examples together in this one. We'll do number 4 and 5. So number 4 asks us to find c prime at t. Now remember, in example 3, we were actually given the equation for c of t, or the expression for c of t. So I'll write that down here, and then we'll work on finding c prime at t. So that'll be 17 plus 115 times e to the negative 0.54 t power. And now let's try to work on finding the derivative here. Looking at our first term, the derivative of 70 is 0, so you won't see that in the derivative. And then here we have 115, and then e to the negative 0.054 t power, and we have to use the chain rule here. We have to see that this expression, negative 0.054 t, is in the exponent position, or inside of the e function. So we'll need to take the derivative of negative 0.054 t, which is negative 0.054. If we multiply that by 115, we're going to wind up with negative 6.21 e to the negative 0.054 t power. And example 4 is just asking us to find that. Now you might be thinking about the first or second example when we were given a different version, now dc dt from before, and that was the rate at which the coffee was changing, but that was in terms of c. And so in the next part, what we want to do here for number 5 is we actually are going to try to figure out if that c prime of t in terms of t is the same as dc dt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down dc dt, and this is from a prior example here, and that was given to us as 0.054, and then we're going to have 70 minus c. In this case, what we want to do is we want to take out the c and substitute what c is equal to. So dc dt then becomes 0.054, 70 minus, I have to use another set of parentheses here, and we're going to have c of t, which is, if we look up here, that's 70 plus 115 times e to the negative 0.54 t power. We'll close that off with a double set of parentheses. And if we continue to work with this a little bit, I can see something that's going to happen on the inside right away. We're going to have 70 minus 70, and we need to distribute this negative sign to the 115 here. And then the very last thing to do with this one is to just multiply 0.054 times negative 115. So you're going to wind up with negative 6.21 e to the negative 0.054 t power. Now, double checking that with c prime at t, you'll notice that those are exactly the same. So we were able to show, by using dc dt and replacing c with what it's equal to, we're able to show that these two equations are actually equivalent.